All right, everyone, we are starting now. So thank you very much for coming to this call, and great to see you. Those of you who have been on some of my previous calls, it's great to see you here. And Brian, thank you very much for coming over this morning for you, this evening for me. I know you've had to sort of forgo some prior appointments to come and have a chat to me. That's absolutely brilliant. And guys, what we're going to be doing this evening is we're going to be looking at making money with social media. Now, we're going to be looking at different ways of making money with social media. We're going to be looking at affiliate offers. We're going to be looking at physical products. We're going to be looking at a whole gamut of ways of making money with social media. I just wanted to say before we kick off, this is a bonus call for the students, or the customers rather, of a product called Cash Beyond Words, which was written by Miele Iske and Mark Whiteley. So if you've purchased our product and you are then you are in the right place, okay? Because I have basically agreed to provide a bonus sort of coaching call for this product. So hopefully you are all in the right place and I've got the right call going. And guys, just before we kick off, can you just tell me a bit about yourselves? I know Brian is from New Zealand, and there's a few of you that I kind of recognize the names. You might have been on some of my previous calls, but can you just tell me a bit about yourselves, where you're from to start with, and also if you want to sort of let me know whether you have any experience in this field, have you made any money with internet marketing or social media or anything like this, just anything to kind of give me a feel for the audience here would be absolutely marvelous. All right, so Steve is from California and he's got a little bit of experience with social media. He's making a bit of money, but not enough, I guess. Cool. And all right, and Dawn, okay, Dawn's from California. All right, cool. And we got a couple of Kiwis, couple of Aussies here, and a South Africa. Cool. All right, so we have a very mixed crowd. And guys, what we're going to be doing this evening is also having a little bit of fun. So what I might do, we've got a couple of bonuses for you, which I'll tell you what they are in just a moment, but I might be sort of calling out a few names as well. We'll have a few sort of contests and quizzes and that sort of thing, and I might be sort of calling out a few names just to see what you think about the content so far. So we have Carol and Graham and Helen and Jerry and John and Liz, and pretty much a full crowd this evening, guys. Really, really cool. So can you give me a number one, ladies and gents, if you are indeed customers of Cash Beyond Words by Miele Iske and Mark Whiteley, and you are in the right place. And also let me know that you are all primed to go. And right, thanks very much, Brian. That is a lot of ones. Cool. All right. Thank you, John. Thanks, Graham. Thanks, everyone. When I get number ones and sort of number twos and thumbs up and all that sort of stuff, I know that I can be heard as well. Sometimes the sound in these GoToWebinar recordings goes a little bit wonky as well. So that's great. And yeah, do feel free also, guys, to chip in and sort of throw anything at me. If you've got any questions, jokes, comments, suggestions, criticisms, anything I can do better, by all means, let's make this interactive and fun. All right, Susan, Shrindi, Patrick, Liz, and Jerry, and Helen. I think Helen, you just joined us now. So great to have you on the call. And guys, let's begin. Before we kick off, something I want to show you, and that's a little disclaimer, and do have a read. The purpose of this disclaimer is to let you know that this is not a push button sort of technology. This is not some sort of a silver bullet promise that I'm going to be making to you this evening about making money. This is not sort of easy street. This is a real business. Okay, so social media, making money with social media, making money with physical product and affiliate product is a real business. Having said that, the opportunities are very, very large indeed. Okay, so we do need to be applying ourselves and paying attention. So if you're happy with this concept, guys, give me a number 1, please, or a number 2, or any sort of number that you want, just to let me know that you are super cool with this concept and we are good to go. All right, so Brian says, got it. John says, number 1, and Brian has given me a number 1 as well. So I got 2 here. I got a number 1 and a got it, and loads of number 1s coming through. That's awesome. Okay. So where do we begin? Guys, let's begin with a bonus that I want to share with you this evening. All right. We are going to have to do a little bit of work for this bonus. So what is this bonus? It's worth $147. It's a super cool bit of software. What it does is we put it on Facebook and it gathers email addresses for us. So when people sort of engage with our post, it captures their email address. It's a really, really good way to build a list in any given niche, and it's worth $147. And throughout the presentation, what I'll do is we're going to have a couple of sort of quizzes. We'll have a couple of games and contests, and the winners are going to be winning this lovely bit of software. And where we're going to be beginning this presentation, guys, is with the agenda, of course, which looks like this. So we're going to be looking at digital products and affiliate marketing, a bit of an overview just to see how people make money. And also we're going to get into some of my accounts as well. And we're going to be seeing how I drive traffic, how I make money and such like. And this is a bit of a recurring theme, by the way, throughout this presentation, is we're going to be looking at some of the stuff that I do myself to make money in this industry, and more about me just a bit later on. And then we're going to be condensing this into a 5-step formula, and then we're going to be looking at specifically affiliate marketing and social media. So we're going to be looking at different strands of social media, and then I'm going to show you a super cool way to start making money the fastest way possible in 7 days, to be precise. And then we're going to be looking at some YouTube ranking secret sauce, because as you'll see, I'm making decent money myself using YouTube videos, and I'm going to show you a couple of pretty cool ways I use to rank highly with YouTube and make money. So who am I? So that's me just down there at the bottom right, with a pint of Guinness in Ireland. So I've got my own e-commerce business, meaning that I sell physical products online, but I also sell digital products. I not just sell it, but I also promote it. So I'm an affiliate for other people who launch their own products. So I do a bit of both. And I won a number of Warrior, what does WSO stand for? That's Warrior Special Offer, deals of the day. And also just recently, about 2 months ago, we won JVZoo deal of the day as well. We won 2 of them, which was great because I traditionally used to launch in Warrior Plus, and I've made this transition to JVZoo, and it's great to be recognized by them. And I've got my coaching programs as well. I've got 2. One of them is called the Dropship Formula, which is kind of where I started my career as a business person about 3 years ago. Before that, I was working for a company. I was selling sort of large IT systems, but then I branched out on my own about 3 years ago, and I started selling drop shipping products. And then about a year ago, I began to coach other people how to do the same. And then what I sort of realized is that we use the same, very, very similar methods to drive traffic and make sales as we were with the drop shipping business. We were doing pretty much the same thing as affiliate marketers. Now, this is not just make money online. niche, but we were looking at a wide array of products. So anything you'll see later on, anything from woodworking to paleo to diabetes to all manner of affiliate products. You know, it's a very wide and very lucrative industry. It's worth billions and billions, and I can't remember the numbers. I think it was something like 4 to 5 billion per annum in the US alone, the whole affiliate marketing industry, away from just to make money online niche. And also that kind of got me into some techniques of how to make affiliates, how to earn the affiliate commissions in a sort of a, you know, I've just devised a way to do it a little bit faster than usual. And I'm working with students to start earning their first commissions within 7 days. My latest venture is called Bonus Monkey, which is one of the things that I find really helps me convert and help me sort of hit some of the leaderboards, is having really cool bonuses. And Bonus Monkey is a new members area that we have, where we release we have 20 really high quality bonuses with cool graphics and everything every month. So it's a kind of recurring, you know, some people call it passive income type of business, but that's my latest venture, and that's about to be launched any day now. Now what I want to do, guys, is just quickly show you behind the scenes my business. So we use I'm going to start with Amazon here, and so with Amazon you can see some of the products that we sell here. So that's hair chalks, and then we have this is mobility scooter covers. We're doing what are we doing? Sort of that's in euros. Let me just work that out in US dollars. We actually use a lot of social media to sell. I actually started with Amazon. I started my career with Amazon. So this is one of my stores. I've got about 5 different stores. This one here is 6395. This store here, this is in euros, so this is 1.1 to get it to the US dollars. So we got 7,034 last week. This is all live, by the way. Okay, this is all live. You can see it's all live. Okay, and just to kind of give you a feel for where we are in the business. So we're doing just over $1,000 a day on this one store. I've got another store here which is based in the UK. So you can see the currency is different. There's no euros here. So here we're looking at British pounds. To get to the from the British pound to the US dollars, you need to multiply by about 1.4. If you want to sort of make it a bit easier, just do 1.5, just to kind of you know, just to kind of give you a feel. But so here we sell, you can see the same product, but also we sell this is, for example, heavy duty waterproof, because, you know, we've got this sort of weather over here where it rains a lot, so we got these sort of lock chains and stuff. But here we do, in this one store, we're doing, if you multiply that by 1.5, just to give us a kind of a rough feel, that'll be what, 24,000 a month, wouldn't it? So that'll be about $800 a day. So just between these two stores, we're doing about $1,800 a day. I just want to give you a feel, guys, for, you know, some, yeah, just some of the sort of numbers that we do. Now this is a store that we have in the US. All right, so I'm based in the UK, as you might be able to hear from my accent, but this is an American store that we have, and this one here we're doing 23,000. We did, this is, by the way, per quarter, so that's close to $8,000 we do a month on this one store. And then we also got a store here in the UK, another one. So we got, you know, we have a lot of stores. We have a lot of Amazon stores as well. A lot of this, by the way, is pushed from social media. So this one here, again, remember that, to multiply that by 1.5. So here you have about 7,000 US dollars as well, right? This is all live. Right, just to kind of give you a feel, guys, for where we are, so that when we talk about social media, you'll see some of my accounts and such like, just so you kind of, you know, where I stand in the pecking order. All right, does that make sense, ladies and gents? Is that cool? It's not something you'd see on a lot of presentations, by the way. If you ever sort of go to people's webinars or whatever, as I'm sure you have been, they don't usually, you know, kind of reveal, they don't kind of usually open kimono, but it's always been very important for me to just be very transparent in, you know, with just kind of showing my business, you know, so that you know that I kind of do what I say I do, pretty much. So hope you're still with me, ladies and gents. And let me just see that you are. All right, cool. So I hope that made sense. Jerry and John and Liz and Susan and Shrindi and everyone else on the call this evening. And the other thing I wanted to show you guys is I did mention I was a super affiliate just here. So there's different ways of describing what super affiliates are. But so in my case, I what I sort of did here is just kind of showed you a couple of screenshots from my leaderboard escapade. So this is where affiliates, they sort of try to win a prize, and then there's a leaderboard, and so you can see some of the ones that I was involved with, and it's going to get more and more recent as we progress here. That's the latest one that I have for May. I've actually got another one from June, which I just didn't manage to add on. But anyway, so that's me kind of as an affiliate promoting other people's products. Right, guys, so why affiliate marketing? So what is this thing about affiliate marketing? So there's no inventory to hold, so it makes it pretty lucrative, and there is high margin as well with affiliate products because on the whole, they are digital. Now, they don't have to be digital, and things like, for example, Amazon affiliates is an example of products which are physical, so we can be affiliates to physical products as well. But if we go down the digital path, and also drop shipping can be very, very high margin. And also, if we decide to venture into the likes of either the make money online niche or also in some of the other niches as well, what you find is that successful affiliate marketers also have, because they're kind of in the industry, they know the players, they promote for other people, they tend to be successful publishers as well. Now that can be very, very lucrative. It establishes as an authority in our field, and also it helps us build a list. Now, it doesn't really matter what we do in this industry, but building a list is just one of those assets where if you think about it, if you look at ways of driving traffic, there are many ways of driving traffic, we'll see them, but building a list is just something that once you build it once, you don't need to pay for it again. You don't need to pay for pay-per-click, you don't need to pay for ads, you don't need to pay for anything like that. So that's a really strong way of being a successful affiliate marketer. Now I just want to show you when I mentioned that publishing can be lucrative. I just want to show you a little example here. And so this is JVZoo. That's the list of bestsellers. And you can see some of these examples here, like Video Maker FX. The chap there, Peter Rozak, he sold 107,000 units at an average price of $31. So that's more than $3 million he's made on JVZoo. I know that ClickBank can be bigger, and I'm not sure that we have this level of transparency vis-a-vis the numbers, so this is why I'm using JVZoo. But you can see that the numbers can be very, very substantial, and they keep once they get there, they keep launching products again and again. Like Videos, I think, is just launched or about to launch. I think they launched a couple of days back, but back in 2016, the first one that they did was 27,000 units, 27,500 units at an average price of $67. So, it's very, very large numbers. This is like, what, $3.5 million. All right, so it can be very lucrative, and it all begins, trust me, it all begins as affiliate marketers. Because, once you know how to promote other people's product, that's when you start to kind of get into the industry, and that's when people start to notice you, and then they would possibly promote your product as well. It's not the only way, but it's possibly the easiest way to get going. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a number one if it makes sense so far. If I'm not talking too fast, too slow, too slurred, too something, just let me know. Cool. Thank you, John. Thanks, Brian. And thank you, everyone else. Let's see. We still have, I think we've got a couple of new people on the call. I think Helen just joined us, I think, and hope you're well. Jerry, John, Liz, Marvin, I think you've just joined now, Shrindi, Susan, cool, all of you, thank you, and great to have you here. Right, so let's begin, guys. Sorry, we're not beginning, we're sort of we're well into it now, but let's continue rather. And what I'm going to do now is kind of condense this this art, or this science as it were, into 5 simple steps. So what we need to do, first of all, when we get into this business, is the first thing we need to do is we need to find a niche. All right, so Make Money Online, incidentally, is a niche in its own right. Within that niche, there are some sub-niches. We might go for example, CPA offers, or we might go for video, or we might go for e-commerce, which is, you know, the likes of Amazon and eBay and all that sort of stuff, and Shopify, or we might completely work away from the Make Money Online niche. We might decide that we want to go down the diabetes niche, or the woodworking niche, or the anime niche, or, you know, any given niches. But we need to find a niche, because that is our compass moving forward. And then once we choose a niche, we need to decide on a product to promote within that niche, and we'll look at some of these a bit later on. And then we need to either build a website or hire a website, as is the case with Shopify. Or there are some ways these days that we don't even need to do that. We can actually sell, for example, directly from Facebook or Instagram. But the point remains that we need to know, we need to have a base where we're going to be taking orders. All right, so we need to have somewhere that we are taking orders, and then we need to drive traffic into that base. And then finally, we need to be sure that that traffic converts as well. And that's really important. A lot of people just concentrate on driving traffic, but they don't make sure that the traffic is the right sort of traffic, and that the sort of experience that greets the traffic is one that converts. Now, I use a lot of Facebook to drive my traffic. This is a campaign that I ran a little while back. One of my niches is the back pain niche, and I ran this one here. I've spent £2.13, which is less than $3, and I got 1,000 likes. All right, so that's a third of a cent per like. You can see here, this is Dan Ashendorf, and I ran this. It's actually last year, but actually I've got one that's more recent. One of my other niches is anime, which is a form of Japanese art. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but there's lots of products there. And here I invested 117 British pounds, and I got 12,530 likes. So that's actually less than, it's got 0.01 pence, but actually they don't go, they don't have a fraction. I think this is where it finishes, so they can't actually show you a fraction. But still, nevertheless, it's a very, very good result to building a fan page. All right, so I use a lot of Facebook traffic, and by using that, there is a lot of products that we can sell on social media. All right, so Facebook and Instagram and others. So first of all is I want to show you an example of physical goods. Now, this is something that we cover in our coaching. We always look at, sort of every week we look at a different store. This is just one that we looked at last Sunday, and we have the calls. It's a store that's called Scratch the World. It does the niche here is sort of the international products. You know, so they got sort of maps, and they got different things from around the world, kind of exotic stuff from Siberia and what have you. And this is a Shopify store. This is a store that is selling. You can see here Shopify. They sell, you know, things. They sort of import the things, or they have local suppliers, and that's how they run their business. So it's a nicely laid out store. And with this one here, you can see this is something that I oftentimes manage to obtain. So remember, that was called Scratch the World, that store. And something I oftentimes manage to do using my super cool methods is to look behind the dashboard and see what sort of numbers they do. And this one here, you can see scratchtheworld.myshopify.com, and you can see that in the month of April they've done 27,000 euros, which is, if you multiply that, if you want to translate that to US dollars, that's close to 30,000 US dollars. Okay, so this one store is doing kind of round about what I do in my European store. If you remember, I'm doing about $1,000 a day, so they're kind of doing about the same. with this one store, all right? And of course, you can have multiple stores as well. So, and they use almost entirely Facebook ads. And the other one is if we're going to move away from physical goods and we look at some other affiliate products, kind of moving into digital, some of the digital options that we have. So, ClickBank, and there is a very, very wide array of possibilities inside ClickBank, all manner of weird and wonderful niches, cooking, food and wine, for example. So this one here is a paleo cookbook, and what I'll show you a bit later on is how that paleo cookbook, how affiliates drive traffic into, just as an example. I mean, there's hundreds and thousands of examples, but just we'll kind of follow that thread of having a look at how people drive traffic into this specific product. Right? It's a paleo. It's a very, very simple product to set up. Actually, it's it's a sort of paleo recipes and such like, but it's making really, really good money for both the product creator and also the affiliates. You can see it converts well. It's got a massive gravity, and it's just just an all-round good product. The other type of affiliate offers that I want to show you is something called CPA. Now, what's really cool about CPA offers is the fact that, unlike everything else, unlike physical goods and, for example, affiliate products inside ClickBank, there is no need to finish a purchase. So no one needs to buy anything before we get paid. All right, so we just get paid per action. And let me just show you an example here of how that works. So we have, if we go into the offers and we say we look for a category, so say we go for email and zip submit, so we know that this is going to be a paid offer without having to complete a purchase. And we look at say, I don't know, this, by the way, changes. This is live. This changes by the day, so I don't know what's going to be waiting for me here. But look, $100 Walmart gift card. I mean, that seems pretty, pretty sexy to me. So this is where we get paid for other people to receive $100 Walmart gift card. I mean, so how difficult is that going to be to sell? Can someone give me a number one in the chat box if you think that you'll be able to sell a $100 Walmart gift card? If you just go to some stranger in the street and you'd say, hey sir, would you like to receive a $100 Walmart gift card? Do you think they're going to say yes or no? Yep. Brian says one. And I think the consensus here is that it's a yes. John agrees, and so does Sam. All right, cool. So we have a consensus here, and so we get paid. We get paid. What do we get paid when we get people to take that from us? Take that gift card off our hands. We get paid. We get paid 60 cents. So every time anyone rather takes that off us, we get paid 60 cents. So how do people drive traffic to these kind of offers? Well, there's different ways. Yeah, social media is one, but what a lot of people do is they actually create websites like what we call a freebies-based website. So the like of this one here, freebieswallet.com. That's just one example, and then you can see a lot of these on Facebook and Instagram and the like. It's they kind of tap into this clientele, that look for these kind of offers. But all of these offers are, the vast majority of them lead back to some sort of a CPA offers where they get paid for a zip submit or an email or something like that. Okay, so this is a very, very lucrative way of making money. And the other one is YouTube. Now, I did say to you that I was going to show you how I make money myself on YouTube, and I'm in the you've seen that I was in the anime niche, but also, you know, from looking at my leaderboard stats, you know that I'm in the make money online niche, right? So I promote products from JVZoo and Warrior Plus and such like about making money online. And what I do almost invariably is I shoot a review video, and you know, that review video needs to be ranked. So this is one here. This is a chap called Mosh Barry, and he's released a product in May which has sold more than 1,000 copies. So as you can imagine, it was pretty competitive. And you know, I don't know if you've seen these, but if you've been in the industry for a while, you know that a lot of people try to do the same as what I do. You know, they try to rank these videos. Now, this is my video just there, right at the very, very top, 4,800 results. You can see uploaded by Daniel Ashendorf, and to this day, I still make money. I mean, I've got close to 1,000 views on this one, and to this day, I still get a steady trickle of commissions coming from that video. But what's good about YouTube, guys, is it's free traffic. So let me show you another example here of one that's more recent. And this was a product called LetClicks. What LetClicks does, and the author of that, or the creator, was a lady called Kimberly DeVries. And what it does is it allows you to place images inside Facebook that when you click on them, it takes you to your desired destination instead of the usual Facebook rules, which just kind of leave you inside Facebook. But the reason I'm showing you this is because I managed to rank a video on, so this is not just, unlike the previous one, which was actually inside YouTube, this is on Google. All right, so here you've got 6,520 results, and you can see that I am, you know, my YouTube video is kind of ranking. This is all live, by the way, in case you haven't noticed it. So, you know, this is very, very visible because courtesy of YouTube, it gives you a high level of visibility because you've got this image, which is, you know, courtesy of YouTube. Now you see I published that in June 13, so it's only a couple of weeks back. I've got a decent amount of views, and it's still, you know, to this day, it's given me, you know, it's given me. So I've got my blog post here, and that takes people to my affiliate link, and it's given me a trickle of commissions. In fact, I've got my JVZoo here. So again, this is live. So this is called Team LetClicks Pro, and we're sort of on between $500 to $600 commissions with this product, you know, and that's on the strength of a review video. And there's no limit to how many of these review videos you do. I mean, you know, obviously the only limit you have is your sort of your time and energy and priorities, really. So, but because it's free traffic, you don't have to, you know, there's no stress about it. You just put the video up, you kind of rank it well, you do whatever it is you need to do, and then the money comes in, and you can do this again and again and again. Does that make sense, guys? Does that seem good to you? I'm going to pick on a couple of you now here. What do you think of that then? Graham, Helen, Jerry, John, Liz. How's it going, Nollis? I think you've just joined us now. Shrindi, Susan, you guys still with me, everyone? You can hear me okay? Does that make sense, that little bit I just showed you now with ranking videos? Do you want to know how to rank like this? Brian says 2 right. John says absolutely. Cool. How's it going there? Let's see, I just want to be sure that everyone's awake. How's it going, Jerry and Liz and Susan? Cool. All right, a couple of number ones coming through. That's awesome. All right, guys, so that's what we are, right? So this is a really, really cool way of making money with YouTube. I think YouTube sort of comes, sorry, excuse me, guys, I don't know. There we are. Okay, I think YouTube falls into social media, doesn't it? I think I would probably describe it as social media. It's one of the ones, but I've kind of encompassed YouTube into social media. I was going to show you a screenshot of JVZoo, but actually I decided to take you live instead. Live is more fun, isn't it? See, live is more fun. And another really cool thing I want to show you, and this is how I make money myself using social media. I don't know if you do this or you've heard about it or this has been on your radar. It's something called print on demand. Do you guys know what print on demand means? Does anyone here know what print on demand, or have you had any sort of experience with it? Okay, Brian says yes. Brian knows. So print on demand. All right, cool. A couple of number ones coming through. Susan, have you worked with print on demand? And Shrindi and Nollis? Any of you guys have a sort of any experience with print on demand at all? It's basically where, right, lots of, hey, awesome, Susan, that's great. Okay, cool. So what print on demand is when we come up with our own design and we go to a company such as Gearbubble or Teespring or one of these, and then they fulfill the orders for us. Now, guys, let me ask you this, right? What do you think is possible to make with, say, one mug? So say we come up with a design, we come up with a nice design, we come up with a trending niche, and we know how to use social media. What do you think is possible with one listing? Give me some ideas here, guys. Whoever gets, I'll tell you what, whoever gets the closest correct answer is going to win the bonus. That could be our first contest for the evening. So the $147 bonus, I showed you the software to capture the leads off Facebook. So whoever comes up with the most accurate answer as to what is what is possible with one mug, one listing, that is, okay? It's more than the one mug. It's the one listing on, say, print on demand, say Gearbubble. What do you think it's possible to be able to sell using one listing? So let's see what answers we have here. So Brian says 450 per day. Okay, cool, Brian. That's good. All right. So 450 per day. So guys, give me, I don't know what it is per day. Give me sort of, if you can, a lifetime number. So, maybe this sold maybe $5,000 per listing, because that's what you see there. So you can see how many, what is the lifetime earnings of this. So the way that it works is we come up with this one listing, we just leave it there. Traffic is driven to it. Pretty much, generally, it's pretty much autopilot, and then that listing just makes sales for us. So over the lifetime of that listing, what do you think it is? Let's see who else we have here, who might have not participated so far, but I know they want to win the bonus. So Graham, Helen, give me some numbers here, guys. Jerry, Liz, Nollis, this is your chance of winning this bonus, $147 worth. And Brian says 12K live. And all right, cool. Excuse me, just while I take a drink here of my coconut water. Anyone wants to venture a guess for the bonus? All right, we got a couple, and I think, to be honest, that Brian is possibly going to get it, but as it's live, I don't know what we are going to be seeing here. Let's have a quick look to see what some of these listings make. So we are going to be looking at Gearbubble, but there are others. There's Redbubble, and there's obviously Teespring. So if we look at one mug here, so this is completely live again, guys. All right, this is entirely live, and so this one here is sold 14,001 units. So it's sold 14,001 units. excuse me, and it sold it at $19.95. So $19.95. So this one here did 279,000. This one listing here did 279,000 US dollars, and this one here, the one next to it, which is a chain, so that one's made 22,017. So 22,017 times 34.95. So this one here made 769,000, close to 770,000 US dollars, 770,000 US dollars from one listing. How does that sound, guys? 770,000 US dollars from this one listing. Pretty cool, eh? All we need to do now is we need to know how to go about getting the traffic to these listings, right? That's what we need to do now. So let me just show you some methods. And the first one I wanted to show you is Facebook. So Facebook using a fan page. And you can see here that this is a page called I Love Being a Mum. They're sending traffic directly to GearBubble, and you can see that they found a way to get people to share, possibly by asking them to share or incentivizing them to share. But it's got a lot of engagement, a lot of likes and shares. And this I know that this page is driving really, really good traffic. It's a very topical. So I love being a mum, and they have a first my mum, forever my friend type chain. So that's very, that's very much in tune with the page title and the page clientele. The other method I want to show you is Instagram. And what I want to do now is take you to this Instagram account, which is in the anime niche, right? So who do you think owns that Instagram here with close to 24,000 followers? Any guesses from the audience? That's it. Brian got it. It's mine. And so, the way that we run traffic with Instagram is this is slightly kind of more in depth than for the purpose of this call now, but it's generally by kind of following the right hashtags in your niche, because every time you post under a hashtag, then people who search for that specific term, they will see your post come up, and then there is a level of engagement and the like. I mean, I outsource this, but I get a decent amount of traffic. But what I wanted to show you is how I personally drive traffic to my GearBubble campaigns, because on my store we have a number of GearBubble products. Okay, so we drive, we don't actually, unlike the one that you've seen previously, we don't drive straight to GearBubble, because can anyone tell me, by the way, guys, any ideas why we wouldn't be driving straight into, these are all GearBubble type products with our design and our quotes and everything, but can anyone guess here why we wouldn't be driving traffic straight to GearBubble, why we go through our Shopify store? Any ideas? No ideas? Okay, cool. So the reason that we do that is because we want to beef up the value of our store, right? So if we were to sell our products, however many thousands we do a month, if we were to sell all of that on GearBubble, we wouldn't have an asset to sell on, right? But now if I want to take my Shopify store and I can show people that I am, doing this amount of money on it, then that is an asset that I can sell on, right? Does that make sense? Okay. Cool. Thanks for that. Thanks, John. Right, can you guys, by the way, can you still hear me, ladies and gents? I've got a couple of number ones there, but I just wanted to know that I'm still heard and you are still with me. Awesome. Okay, cool. Thanks. Right. Let's press on. I want to show you a little technique about AliExpress. Now, we sell a lot of products from AliExpress. This is a nice little store that I was sort of covering in my coaching. That's a really cool little niche. That's Unicorn. This is all from AliExpress. Okay, and these guys are making about $10,000 a month, give or take. This is everything that's to do with unicorns. All right, that's a really cool trending niche. And one thing that we do, this is my store here, and we sell a lot of our products come from AliExpress. Not just all of it. Some of it, as you've seen, is Gear Bubble, which is USA based. That's my US denominated store. But I want to show you a really cool way of making money with AliExpress. All right, so the best way to make money with AliExpress is to actually not use AliExpress, and this is something that we kind of go into greater detail in our coaching calls. But we oftentimes find that local suppliers in China tend to have much better prices for exactly the same product. So it's really kind of horses for courses. Here is an example of a product that we sell, and the way I look at it is it's almost like an affiliate product. This is a sort of an anime figure, and it's selling for close to $40 on AliExpress, and we get the same product from a local site which is called Taobao. We actually have a local Chinese team that helps us with the sourcing there. They just kind of make the intro, and then it's all pretty much automated. But the same product is received by us. The previous one was $40, and you can see here that's a very, very identical product. Hang on, it will come up with a US dollar price in just a moment. That's $16.21, right? So that's a fraction. And what this allows us to do is dominate some marketplaces, and that increases our sales. Here's another one, which is it's this lady here, and this little girl here rather, and this is $22.71, and we get the exact same product from Taobao, which is kind of like the local kind of eBay in China, and we get the same product for $89 Rambini, which is $11.73. They always change it based on the exchange. All right, and this is something that incidentally our students, we give them access to this method as well. So they work directly with our guys in China to make sure that they have this competitive advantage. And so this is kind of a bit of a bit of an aside, really. So as I said to you before, I see I treat the physical product as almost like an affiliate product as well, because the ways of driving traffic are pretty much identical. The ways that we drive traffic to my Shopify store are very, very similar to the ways that I drive traffic to my affiliate products. So this is why we kind of look at the whole system, the whole ecosystem in just one presentation. So what are the best ways to sell these affiliate offers? So we've mentioned social media, and the other one is a list. But what is the smartest way of doing this is to actually combine the two. So just like we combined the physical product and the affiliate product, also we combine social media and list building. And if you remember when we looked previously at my website, you've seen that there was a pop-up. There was a pop-up there that captures emails, and that's, that is what we do. So we run traffic to social media, and then we retarget it using a list or using pixels or using a number of ways to sort of go ahead and retarget the traffic. Brian says, great system. Thanks very much for that, Brian. I want to show you a couple more examples, guys, just to kind of widen the net here a little bit. Affiliate products on social media. So the first one is Facebook. So do you remember the Paleo that we were looking at previously, a Paleo recipe book? In the very beginning, we were looking, it was a ClickBank product. We were looking at Paleo. So this is how these guys drive traffic. Okay, they've got a fan page. They've got a decent amount of likes. And what they do is, they kind of engage with them. They post content on the page, and then that takes people straight into that affiliate offer that we saw from ClickBank. Okay? So that's the Paleo diet product that we looked at previously, if you remember, on ClickBank. Teespring, so t-shirts, if you've ever wondered, you must have seen products about how people make a lot of money selling Teespring t-shirts and the like. So again, they use, the majority of traffic is social media. I see a lot more stuff come through now on Instagram. Instagram is becoming absolutely massive. This is really cute. This is called Diabetes, and it sends people to a little kind of store that's in the it's Teespring, but it's also the diabetes niche, which is a very, very substantial niche on ClickBank and on other different affiliate networks. So some of these niches are very, very large, right? But once you know how to do this on Facebook, pretty much the world becomes your oyster. Staying on the the theme of paleo and diet and the like. So this is a fruitarian Instagram page. I was looking at this the other day. They got a decent amount of engagement. So they're not as large as ours, but they do have a decent amount of engagement, and they know how to work the hashtags, and they send people straight into affiliate offers, pretty much straight. And there's thousands of these. I mean, if you know how to if you know how to drive traffic, you can start making really decent money using some of these methods. And so do you remember I was talking about woodworking? So this one here from Pinterest. And also I was talking about combining the list and social media. So this fella here does just that. He's got a pin inside his board, which is his board. As you probably know, with Pinterest, you get a board and you have a number of pins inside. And this fella here, he's got a pin inside the board, and that sends people onto a list building funnel. Okay, so it kind of there's a bit of a incentive, all right, and then you put your name, you put your email, and then you get sent to the offer. All right, so you get sent to the offer, but having your email captured first, which is really the way that smart marketers do it. All right, this is the way that you want to be running your business. And then YouTube, again, so we're going to be looking at how people drive traffic to a woodworking type video. So what they do here, guys, is this is a how-to tutorial to start a woodworking business, and it's got a decent amount of views. And you can see that when you start to look at his description, a bit like mine. If you remember from my video, I had my description sending people to my blog, and so he's doing the same, and he's sending people straight to the offer. He probably could have done better by capturing the email first, but nevertheless, just an example of how this is a ClickBank offer that's an example of how people drive traffic straight into offers, you know, how they monetize their free social media traffic. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a number one if all of this is making sense for you, and if you are good, if you're good to go here and it's all good for you. Thanks, Brian. Let's check on some of the other people here just to make sure that we're all good. Is it good for you, Helen? Looking good. Jerry, Nolis, Shrindi, Susan, everyone else? Okay, cool. Thank you, John. Thanks, Steve. All right. All right, guys. So that's all cool. You can see that there is some good money to be had with social media and affiliate offers. I hope it's making all sense, because this is how people make good money. And what I want to do now is, before we get to my kind of ranking techniques, what I'd like to do now is do a little bit of I want to start showing you, if you remember, the next item on the agenda is how to make money in start making money in 7 days. And so what I want to do now is take maybe 5 minutes and talk about my coaching, if that's okay. Just a little plug, because that is the best way that you'll get today, trust me, to start making money fast in this business. All right, 7 days. So I just want to tell you about this, if I may, and then what we'll do is we'll look at some of the ranking methods that you've seen, how I rank my videos. Is that cool? Give me a number 2 if that's cool. Thanks, Brian. Thank you, Steve, and everyone else. All right, cool. John, number 2. That's great. Thank you. And the rest of you, that's awesome. Okay. All right, guys, so let's look at my little bit of coaching here. And this is, I'm very, very proud of it. It's a kind of a, it's something that I put my heart and soul into it. And I know that it's tremendous value, that I believe that nothing like this exists in the marketplace. So I've got 2 of these, and we'll kind of be looking at these kind of intertwined. I've got something called the dropship formula, which is all about drop shipping. So you've seen, you've seen my results. So you've seen my Instagram. You haven't seen my Facebook. Actually, we've got close to 20,000 fans on there at the moment. Actually, I've got a couple of fan pages. I've got my back niche one. It's a degenerative disc disease, actually, to be precise. And we've got my anime. We've got a couple of others. But anyway, so that's my drop shipping. This is how I drive traffic to my drop shipping stores. And the other one is affiliate marketing secrets, which you've seen is, so you can see my track record as an affiliate marketer. So what I did is I've combined the 2. Okay. And also we have the 7-day club, which is where people want to start earning affiliate commissions within 7 days. I'm assuming that has anyone here earned affiliate commissions before? Can you give me a number 1 if you've made some sales as an affiliate marketer? You've sold other people's products. Because if you haven't, then you're in for a treat. All right, Brian says not yet. And number 1, cool. All right, John's in there. John's in the zone, and he's sold affiliate products, and that's awesome. The rest of you there, let's see. Helen, any success? Any success with affiliate products there, Helen? And Jerry, and Nolis, and Shrindi, and Susan, and everyone else. Let me know where you are, guys. All right, a couple of number 2s, and a thumbs up, whatever that means. Okay, cool. All right, guys, so let's begin. So what do we have included here in this program? So before I'll tell you what's in there. Let's have a look at a couple of testimonials. Right, guys. Oops, excuse me. Is that okay? Did you manage to take that in? All right. Cool. And so what's included here, guys, is first of all we have a number of one-to-one calls where we look at your goals in the industry and you know how to get there. And specifically, we look at your niche. What sort of niche is best for you based on your interest, your affinity, your knowledge, and the like. What sort of products within the niche is best for you, and then we look at some other things like list building and you know different things. I mean, every call can be different. It depends on the circumstances, which is why one-to-one call. But this is what the agenda is. This is just a screenshot that I took from a recent call that I've had with someone. It's usually Skype calls, but if you don't have Skype, that's fine. I just you know, we're just going to call you up and we have a chat. It's a voice call, by the way. There's no some people kind of ask me, is it a video call? You know, do I need to, you know, do I need to go into an office or whatever? Well, no, it's not. It's just a voice call generally, even though we may do some screen sharing. And then you get unlimited Skype support from me. You know, so if you have any question, you just drop me a text. And we have every week, this is Google Trends, and every week I find a really hot trending niche, which makes it a lot easier to get organic traffic with some of these niches. So we're looking at last week, we were looking at, this is yesterday, in fact, we have the calls on a Sunday. Yesterday we were looking at Viking jewelry, okay, which is, you know, kind of quite obscure, but it gets a tremendous amount of traffic. So this is done every single week. And on the coaching calls, we look at new topics, Q&A, trending niches and products, and pretty much anything. So it's a wide open Q&A session. For those people who create products, this is something I teach, is how to create your own digital products. They get that, I mail that to my list. So I'm acting as an affiliate for them. You know, they can, if they have 30, 40 sales or whatever they have, that's a pretty significant amount of money. And that is a really, really good way to get going. In fact, it probably covers the majority of the cost of the course anyway. So that's a very good way to get your affiliate marketing career started. Then we have a very kind of in-depth members area. We have more than 100 videos where we look at all these things here. You can see. And as I said, launching products, releasing products. The reason I call software, we have a special section about launching software. I've launched more than 10 of these, so I know all the tricks of the trade. There are actually some ways of getting free code, for example, that we can make some very simple alterations to. And selling software can, as you've seen, it can be very lucrative, but it's also a great way to build a list and establish your credibility in the marketplace. And then we have what I call the secret sauce module, which is where are all the hidden tips and tricks that I've accumulated throughout the years. So how to start fast with no website list or any connections, my top secret of becoming a super affiliate, and the best way to grow your list fast. So these are ways that you know, basically no one tells you about. It's a sort of secrets that the so-called gurus have. Okay, and this is what we cover in the more advanced sections of the affiliate marketing secrets. And then we look at, do you remember we talked about how I have, for example, print on demand on my website rather than Gearbubble, and that's because I flip websites. So there's a module about that as well. It's a number of, you know, it's a whole section there about how to flip websites. I've got a little case study here. Let me just show you. I don't know if this site was ever sold. The specific one here was, this website here was up for sale, Motorcycle Streetwear, which is in the bikers niche. And they've got a massive valuation. They've only been in business for a number of months, and they have a valuation of between 181 to 221,000. Their profit was 6,949, just shy of $7,000, but they got a very, very high valuation. Even if it's half of that, frankly, I think we're sitting pretty. So we kind of learn how to do that. All you need is one of these a year, and just one six-figure sale a year, and you're laughing. And of course, you have the income at the same time. It's not one or the other; it's both. And we have a section there about blogging, which is great for SEO. We've looked at how I drive cheap Facebook traffic, so we have a section about that. Students oftentimes, a lot of students haven't got much experience in the industry, so they get access to My Designer. That's a little design example there, which we use for our print on demand, the mugs and the t-shirts and everything else. They get access to my developers, my designers, and my China sourcing team, if that's the way they want to go forward, so they don't have to just go AliExpress. There's a lot to be said for Ali, but sometimes when we go for, say, more competitive niches, price can play a role, and it's really good to have my China sourcing team, access to them to help with that, to kind of find the products from the local sites, because it's almost impossible to do it without someone who is local, who knows the language. Then everything you've seen now is the affiliate marketing secrets. We have also a members area for the dropship formula. Now, there are some things which are more to do with dropshipping and physical products, like, for example, selling on Amazon, Amazon affiliates, subscription boxes. So there are some things that are more to do with selling physical products, and this is why we have a different members area for that. There is some commonality, but there are things which are very unique to dropshipping, as you can imagine. Rich pins, getting 100 to 200 followers, excuse me. So we're getting to the bonuses here already. 1 second. John says, why use AliExpress rather than Alibaba? John, I'll come back to this in just a moment, okay? Just keep that question in mind. The AliExpress is basically the ones where we can order in small quantities, so we can drop ship with AliExpress. You can order one piece at a time, whereas with Alibaba you do it for wholesale orders for 1,000 units or whatever. And then students get this amazing software. Now, this software is called Profit Canvas, and actually, do you know what? Before I log you in and show you what it does, this is the actual login, okay? And this bad boy here is selling. That's the sales page. Selling literally that screenshot you've seen. This is selling for $497 at the moment for one lifetime access. Okay, and but you get as students you get that as part of the course. So there's nothing extra to pay, and it really is an amazing software. So what it does is it's got a whole bunch of things in it. It's got a page builder. So with for example, templates. So it's all drag and drop things. This is like a template. We can start selling. Does anyone here have a page builder already? Is anyone using ClickFunnels or, for example, InstaBuilder or anything like that? It's you can drag and drop buttons, images. You can just sort of like play around with it. This is really, really good for creating squeeze pages, getting affiliate offers. This is really, really good. And that's, as you've seen, that's worth $497. It's got a, you can do video editing on this. So you can add call to actions. You can do, you've seen the video that I've ranked before. You can do opt-in forms. You can do call to actions. You can add buttons. This stuff you cannot do now on YouTube. So you have to have a software like that. All right, Brian. Brian says he has it, but he hasn't used it yet. Well, if you haven't, maybe here's your chance to get it as part of the program, as it were. And the other thing is it's got a pop-up section which pops up when people try to leave or whatever. It's how this works. So really cool software, again, with templates. There's quite a few templates here. All right, so all these different sort of templates. You've seen that one. And also it's got a webinar. You can run webinars on this software as well. Okay, so you can run webinars. So you can see, you can sort of add your IDs and everything, and you can start running webinars on this software. Okay, so that's one thing. And let me close that down. You've seen it's retailing for $497 straight off the, this is literally straight off the sales page, or $67 a month. And the other one is, the other thing that people get is one of the best software, one of the best e-commerce software in the marketplace. Now this is quite amazing. What it does is it finds hot selling products on Amazon, eBay, AliExpress, it lists them on your store, and then it publishes it on 8 different social media platforms. And the way it does this, right, is I'm just literally, you can count me down, guys, because this is going to take about 2 minutes. What it does is I'm just going to quickly log in, start the clock from when I'm logged in, all right? So what it does is, hang on. Right, Brian, you can time me if you got a timer there. So you got a product puller, and say we go to eBay, and say keyword. Say we go for, I don't know, say we go for the dog niche. All right, so say we go for dog. Why is it capitals dog? And let's go for eBay. I have no idea. This is completely live, by the way. I have no idea what sort of dog products they sell on eBay, but say we're in a dog niche, and right, so we got this little dog here, dog product here on eBay. Okay, so it's an orthopedic sofa bed, and it sold 1,242. Okay, that's very nice. That is super hot. So what we do is we change the price, right? So we say we sell that for say $29.95 because it's our fan page, and people like us and trust us and everything else. So what we do here is we just post it onto the store. Okay, and that takes a little bit because there's a lot of formatting to be done here. And I think that would have done it. Yeah, it would have done. And then we go to here. We just see what the product looks like on the store. We don't have to do this, by the way. I just want to show you what it looks like. All right, so that's my sofa, my dog sofa just there. And going to preview changes. Really, any sort of delay that we have here is really down to my connectivity and the fact that we are live. Otherwise, it would be a lot quicker. But anyway, this is what the product looks like on my store. All right, so it just takes all the formatting away. This would have taken a lot of time to do this formatting by hand. It's already connected to the shopping cart, and what we do now is we start to publish it in the different social media platforms. So I'm going to start here with Facebook. Okay, and it looks like Facebook looks like this. And while it's bringing up Facebook, what I might do is quickly send it to Twitter. So that's a kind of a sample page of a fan. You just imagine this is your dog fan page, right? And you have this for, I don't know, say $30, 30% margin on this, okay? And then people see it, they click, they purchase, and you collect the difference, which is you know, how this business model works. And then say we look at quickly, because I want to do one that's everyone knows. So you probably know the rest as well, Tumblr and all these ones, but everyone knows Twitter anyway. So with Twitter, it looks like this, right? And I think I've been, what, maybe 3-4 minutes, less than 5 minutes, I should imagine. And you know, this is how we do it. We just literally you know, just click it, and Brian says $1 and then 4. All right, cool. All right, thanks for that, Brian. Okay, cool. So that sends me back to the store. All right, 4 minutes. That's good to know, actually, for next time when I sort of mention that in the future. Right, okay, cool. So that's something else that people get, and you get a super cool portal. This is for outsourcers. It's one of the things that we need to do to when we outsource a project, is sometimes we need to train outsourcers, and this portal's got hundreds of videos on pretty much do everything. I'm not going to go through these hundreds of videos. I'm just very, very quickly here, guys. I'm going to show you just from the outside what the portal looks like and what it includes, okay? But it's got hundreds of videos about anything that you would need to have inside this industry if you wanted to ever outsource, if you ever wanted to scale it up. So sourcing products, website setup, SEO, blogging, marketing on Facebook and Pinterest. You know, literally you'll see that it's got all the kind of juicy stuff that you don't want to be doing this yourself, but you have to get it done. All right, you know, you have to do pins in Pinterest. You have to, you know, sort of create the boards. You have to get followers. You have to do all these things. So you don't want to be doing it yourself. You want to be getting the followers. All you want to be doing is hiring someone for, I don't know, say $3-4 an hour, and you know, from somewhere like Upwork, and then you give them access to here, and they go ahead and do the work for you. Okay, so you get that as part of the course, and then you have my print-on-demand profit system, which you've seen you've seen how I drive traffic, but there are other ways which, you know, we don't have time to go through today. But this is a very, very good way of earning fast if you want to go down this print-on-demand system. And then we have my bonus monkey, which is let me just show you an example here. Bonus monkey is, do you remember I was telling you that I have all these super cool bonuses that I offer. Here we go. Let me just show you them because I use them myself. This is a recent promotion that I did for a product called Soci Chief, and I'm using my own bonuses from Bonus Monkey. So that's what they look like. Okay, and Bonus Monkey, you get 20 of these every month. This is original graphics. Okay, and it really, really can double, even more than double your affiliate commissions. Okay, it's really high quality stuff. All right, so you get this. You just get the members area with all the links and the graphics and everything. So you get 20 of these every single month. And you can see here that I did a product review. Do you remember the product review? So that will become apparent in just a moment, because what I do is I license my product reviews. The reason that I license them is because some people, sorry again, my laptop tends to sometimes jump forward a little bit. Don't know why. But the reason that I license it is because I actually install software and I trial it myself on my fan pages and everything, and some people don't have that level of scale that I have. So what I do is I shoot review videos, and then I let my students, use my videos with their own timestamp or with their own watermark. Okay, so that's part of the, does that make sense, by the way? I'm hoping I'm kind of making sense here. And so that really helps affiliate promotions in a big way. And then the last bonus is $200 worth of Bing ads as well. Okay, so really there's a ton of bonuses here, guys. And so you get the one-to-one consultations, unlimited Skype chat support, weekly coaching calls, private members area, ultimate secret sauce modules, software launches secrets, flipping affiliate websites for a profit, Facebook ads mastery, blogging for success, access to my A-team, guaranteed mailing where I mail your product, your digital product, to my list. I've got 17,000 people on the list. My 7-day club where I teach you how to create, start generating affiliate commissions in 7 days or less. So this is a massive value. And my bonuses, Profit Canvas, you've seen that it's worth $497. All Learning Portal, Socio Nuke, Print on Demand, Bonus Monkey Lifetime Access, Platinum Review Licensing, and Bing Ads, which is this value. This is genuine value here. Now you must be thinking this course, my coaching, is going to be worth many thousands of dollars. And so before we talk about the cost of it, let me ask you this. How would results such as these change your life? So Brian and I had a sort of an email chat beforehand. Brian, answer me this, if you could. This is, we're looking at, remember that was $1,000 a day here. A lot of it is driven from social media. This is my British store, which is another $700 a day. This is my US store, which is another $7,000. This is $7,000 a month, or whatever that is, per day. And you can see this one here, which is my, right, so we're looking at about, if you start adding all these up, you're looking at quite a few thousands per day. What sort of difference, what sort of results such as these have on your life? Would you be able to pay down some debts? Would you be able to travel the world? Or would you be able to maybe be a better father or mother or sister or brother or anything like this, to give, to give some back, or maybe give some back to the community? So how would results such as these change your life? And guys, let's talk about the cost. So you must be thinking this sort of, I mean, you've seen the value. This is all stuff you get. You must be thinking this is many thousands of dollars. And so let's look at the kind of meat and potatoes here. So courses like this cost $497. There's a lot of one-to-one interaction. I'm happy to say travel and mentors, and okay. So I don't charge $497 for this. The cost of this course, and you do get a ton of value, is $997, which is tremendous value. But I've got a discount here this evening for what we call the Action Takers discount for webinar attendees. So this is going to go for $497. Now, just remember, what is the cost of that one software that I showed you? That one single software that I showed you, Profit Canvas. This is a live sales page, right? That one single, do you remember what it went for? It went for $497, that one single thing, right? And think about everything else you're getting for this course. You're looking at $497, or this is for one of these, okay? Or if you want to combine the two, which is the highly recommended method, because there you also get a 7-day, the 7-day affiliate, you know, the 7-day challenge with me and everything else. But you don't have to go with that if you don't want to go with the combo. You can go for one of these, either or, for $497. Just think of everything that you're getting. That single software was $497 plus everything else you're getting. But it even gets better, because what I want to do is I want you to be 100% happy that you are happy with this course of action once you've done it. And what I do is I want to give you a $1 access for 1 week. During that week, you get access to the software, so you can start playing with it. You can start seeing if it's for you. You get a call with me where we talk about your goals and how to get to your goals. All right, so how do we get to your goals? We look at niche selection, and we look at how to start setting you up in business. Now, think about it. It's a time investment from my side. You don't have to stay if you don't want to, but it's certainly a good way for you to know if this is for you or not. And you get access to the members area, and you get access to the Sunday coaching call. All right, so I hope you think this is an unrivaled value based on everything you've seen, and I'm going to summarize that for you in just a moment. So I will, what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to send you the $1 link, and what I will do is ask for a small favor, is that if this is of interest, can you please let me know that you're in, so that I can prioritize this, you know, sort of my workload. There is a level of time here. I basically jump on calls with people. So if this is for you, please give me, and I'm inside the chat box. And what I'm going to do is just take a couple of questions. I think I had a few questions. Let's see if I can open that. I think, and we'll put a little timer there. And I am going to send you the link. All right, it's a JVZoo link. Guys and girls, so we're going to be looking at 5 different techniques that I use to rank on YouTube. The first one is the fact that we want our customer base to spend as long as possible on our video. And this is why it's important that we choose the best keywords and we put the most relevant content specifically to that keyword, is because the longer people stay on the video, the more the highly ranked it's going to get. Now, we'll be looking at keyword selection in the next slide, but the other sort of side of the coin here, the other side of this timer, is the fact that longer videos tend to get more exposure, and that's because there is more playing time, and YouTube tends to reward more playing time because there's more time for ads or whatever it is. It's not a precise science, but you do find that videos that are kind of longer than 6 to 7 minutes, you know, anything between, say, 7 minutes to 10 minutes, they tend to get that little bit of an edge. So that, you know, the timing, that timer has got two meanings, as it were. The other thing we want to be looking at is the cool tags, the relevant tags, description, and keywords. I'm going to leave the description to the very end, but I want to show you a live example of, say we look at, let's go to YouTube. And and say we go for woodworking, which is one that I was using throughout the presentation here. And if we look at woodworking, you will see a range of videos that teach you how to do different sort of tasks. And how do we get the tags? So the first method is to use YouTube's own sort of suggestion tool. So woodworking for beginners, woodworking projects, woodworking for mere mortals, videos, ideas, tips, bench plans, etc. And then what we can do is we can actually do it alphabetically. So for example, A and then B, and that's going to give us some very, very good ideas for tags and also for descriptions. Now, in terms of the titles, we can just use whichever title is ranking highly, but just remember that you need to be very, very specific so that people remain on your video. So this is where the content kind of marries up with the keywords that you use. Okay, so that's the first thing that I want to cover with you on both the title tags and the keywords. Remember, we're going to go back to the description at the very end. Catchy, clickable thumbnails. So when someone searches on woodworking, he's going to be presented with a whole bunch of videos, and you'll see that the majority of the ones that are ranked at the top, they have catchy thumbnails. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And that's because people kind of like that sort of thing. It just intrigues them, and they tend to click on these type of thumbnails. You can get them from Fiverr. I personally use dates very often, and that makes me look current, so people don't think I've got outdated information. I might use 2018, for example, occasionally, and that really kind of intrigues people, and then they tend to gravitate towards my content. And I don't know why. Okay, here we are. And then do you remember I was saying that I was going to give you a little killer tip regarding the description? And what I do is I transcribe the actual content. When I speak, I transcribe it. And you probably know now that YouTube doesn't just look at what your description, but it also looks at, sorry guys, here we go. As you probably know this, they have the subtitles functionality, and this is why Facebook knows what's being said inside the video. So we need to be mentioning our keywords very clearly, and we need to be saying it quite a few times at the beginning. And the more of these keywords, we don't want to be sort of being silly about it and stuffing the keywords, but they definitely look at what we say. And the fact that I transcribe it afterwards, there are pretty cheap outsourcing websites, one of which is called rev.com, and you can get it for a couple of dollars, maybe a few dollars. You just transcribe it, and then I put it inside my description, and that makes sure that there's a congruency between what's being said here and my description as well, and I get ranked highly because of it. So guys, I hope you found this informative. What I want to do now is, there's been a few people who jumped on. I just want to show you what you get here. If there's anyone besides Steve Syed and Jerry that want to jump on, I've still got a couple of free spots here. So you get your one-to-one calls and consultations, unlimited Skype chat support, weekly coaching calls, private members areas, the ultimate secret sauce modules, software launches modules, flipping affiliate website for a profit, Facebook Ads Mastery about cheap ads, blogging for success, access to my A-team in China, designers and everything else, guaranteed mailing of your digital products to my list, the 7-day club, and also the bonuses. You've seen that Profit Canvas was worth $497, and you know that the cost of the course is $497. So really, you are getting a tremendous deal here. I hope you agree. And Socio Nuke, O-Learning Portal, print-on-demand profit system, Bonus Monkey, Platinum Review licensing, and $200 worth of Bing ads. So frankly, you know, and you get all of this for $497. Do the maths, and yeah, guys, I'm going to leave the line open for a little bit longer if you have any questions, and if you don't, then you know, feel free to call it a night. But I'm going to you know, just kind of hang around here and be around if anyone wants to any questions or want to jump on this incredible deal. It's not going to stay like this for very long, so now is the time to jump in and start making hay.